Hey there guys, this is Warfield again, and this is another Bloodbowl video. I'm playing against Collie Bear here. He's a real nice guy from Northern Ireland. His team was around 1350 for the team value. I'm at 1060. So I'm a little outclassed for sure. I was able to pick up a wizard, try and offset the balance a little bit, but we're gonna see it doesn't matter much.
Dwarves don't really care about the ball. They want to hit first. Hit harder or avoid them. And don't let them pick up the ball.
So last game, with the new team here, I did manage to get strip ball on both of the ward answers. I think this is game 4, maybe 5. I have a couple linemen with wrestle. Have an apothecary. So not much going on. I mean, obviously having strip ball on the ward answers is very strong, so he's gonna switch out. Again, on the upper right here you can see that I have the wizard. Got one apothecary, 3 rerolls. I did buy a reroll as well. I did the standard start again, 2 ward answers, 9 linemen, 2 rerolls. So it's been a couple games. And so far, in comparison to the other teams, or the other runs with the different Wood Elf teams, I'm actually doing pretty well, you know. No deaths or anything yet. So I think I'm like, oh my gosh, splits. Oh my gosh, my luck's turning around. So I thought I would just run up. Then I remember he has a Troll Slayer, so I go for it once, go to the left there. Try and get the ward answers. Try and go get the ball again. They have strip ball. Try and take advantage of that blitz.
I'm totally won over.
Blah, blah, blah.
Here I'm tying up his linemen, so that way, you know, he can't reach me. Obviously he has dwarves, but he can still reach me. You know, so I'll tie him up so that way they can't easily get to me. I mean, it's not like he's really gonna dodge. Then I decided, hey, let me just create more tackle zones, try to protect this one even more. This one's gonna go there, of course. So that's, you know, he's gonna pick up the ball there for sure. Single dice block there.
Well done, little star.
Pick up the ball. Now this guy has sure hands.
It's not often he exceeds with such an action.
So I'm gonna have to knock it down. It's 30% to take out the ward answer with 2 dice block. So he fails there. Use a wrestle. Again, his guy has block there. All of the dwarves do, so. So I still think I'm in pretty good shape. No injuries or anything. I do a reroll there. I'm trying to knock that thing down. Trying to give me some space. these two.
I wonder how fast they'd be after I broke some legs.
So far, no problems. I'm actually kind of surprised how many knockdowns I'm actually getting at this point. And use a wrestle there. So, okay, I expected that would happen, but at least only one is going to be able to come. Oh my god, here we go.
You just snapped like a twig.
So, first injury. And that's why I changed the name of my guys, because it just seems to happen to me a lot. So I figure I'm in pretty good shape here, you know. A lot of his guys were knocked down. Not going to be able to move that much. They're dwarves anyway. That was unfortunate, but then he gets the reroll, has tackle, so you don't get to use dodge. A little unlucky there, you could argue. So, and then regular lineman, of course, he had a 50% chance to take that one down. I use my lightning bolt and I roll a 1, so it doesn't work. I thought it would be good to use there because, again, the strip ball isn't going to work. You manage to get 4 guys there. Go for the blitz. Going to try and knock the ball out.
Take down the ball carrier. Move it up the field.
I injure the guy with sure hands, which is really surprising. He wasn't permanently injured. So. And now the ball is free here, which is, you know, what I'm expecting. And of course, I fail the 2+ dodge to go try and grab that.
And he took hold of the
So that's 2 1s there on the lightning and on the dodge. Second injury. That's a niggling injury, so it's +1 on all of future injury rolls. Kind of sucked a little bit. So I've kind of lost my momentum here at this point. There's another KO. And, you know, I'm still like, okay, well, this guy now who has the ball doesn't have sure hands. So, you know, I still got some possibilities here. Let me just see if I can just do this. Just trying to get, obviously, even if it's red dice, a combination of like dodge, push down, whatever. Just trying to get the ball free. Didn't work, even with the reroll. I understand that that was a little risky, but
one less annoyance.
I don't have enough guys to really kind of screen anymore. It would have to be a lot of 2+ dodges that obviously I'm good at failing, so that's why I decided to do that instead of just trying to create a screen. So most people will say that was probably my mistake, but you know, I can't even make a 2+ dodge, so I don't know.
That team should avoid physical confrontation.
That's it. Force them back and then pow! Pushing on.
Bring it down here. Ward answer just to get ready to do the strip thing on next turn. Try to take out the Troll Slayer. Didn't work. Got a push, but you know it opens up a spot for me to get a guy next to the ball carrier there. So
that's a solid formation. I want to see the opposing team have a
and yeah.
They're going to spend time on the bench.
So, and at least he has Mighty Blow. That's obviously helping him do injuries. But you know, let's take a look here. Pause. At this point, it's turn 5, and while this is common, this obviously happens. This happens to me a lot. I mean, a lot of the videos I've already posted are like this. I mean, at this point, for this to be statistically average against just the lineman with no skills, no block, no dodge, 50% chance to take down, 41% chance to break the armor, and then whatever it is to actually roll a KO or an injury, which I can't remember. Right now, it's late. Anyway, I did do the calculation, and I want to say it was like 9.7%, because I looked it up, to take down a lineman. 9.7%, and that's assuming he has a reroll, which he does have one reroll. So, I mean, at this point, for this to be statistically average, he would have had to throw 52 dice blocks to get those 4 injuries. And this is what's frustrating about this, because now I'm down so many guys. That means it's going to be really hard for me to stop him scoring. You know, of course, you could still score with some, you know, what else, you know, you get basically 1 or 2 people you can score, you know. So, I mean, I'm not out of it yet. It is frustrating, though. I cringe right here. You know, I'm like, okay, well, that was the ward answer. If that was permanently injured, that would have been really fucking bad. So, same sort of thing. Just try to go for a strip ball, see if I could shake it loose, pick up the ball. I can't. I don't see what else I could have really do. I don't have enough people to screen at this point. You know, that's what people are going to say. Oh, well, that's why you screen. I guess, you know, but I don't have enough people to screen. So he can just walk around it. I mean, at this point, you know, now we have 5 guys over here. So that's half the team. Anyway, Collie Bear was definitely a really nice guy and was understanding. Unlike most people who are playing with either Chaos or Dwarves or whatever the case may be, you know, he is at least acknowledging that I was getting unlucky, and by default him being lucky. I mean, look at these KOs and the times that I'm talking. Like, okay, there's not much I can do. So I actually just decided to run away at this point. I'm like, I don't want you hitting the ward answer. 1 ward answer is already out. I don't like that. You know, because again, if the ward answer gets permanently injured, I have to restart the team. And I want to avoid doing that. I mean, I've learned my lesson at this point. I'm okay, I can't stop you. I've already tried a couple times to get the ball free. I do get an injury here, which is surprising for me, because it usually doesn't happen. Especially on Dwarves, right? Thankfully, I wasn't permanently hurt. But, he ends up blitzing this guy over here. And I kind of joked around with him. I was like, oh, you don't have enough blood on your hands? Because at this point you have 6 guys out. But he was thinking that I was planning to do a 1 dice block against the ball carrier. And then try to pass it up to the guys up there. Which, I mean, I guess. But I was kind of surprised that he said that. I was like, you know, you're going to cage your entire team there, right? And then you want me to single dice 1 guy try and take the ball? Okay. So, sorry guys, tired. So yeah, that seemed kind of strange, but you know, fair enough. I mean, he's not obligated, obviously, to give me any mercy, so, and usually people don't, so, yeah, and then I explained to him, I'm like, yeah, just go ahead, I'm, you know, I think I explained to him, hey, last team I started, I had a leveled up ward answer, and I posted it in the video. First game, leveled up the ward answer, first game, and then he died. You know, it's just like, you have to restart the team. It's so much of a setback if they get injured within the first couple turns, because they're so expensive, and they're your main scoring pieces. So, I'm like, yeah, go ahead. It's like, I can't afford him to get injured. You're already wrecking my shit. I mean, I think most people would have conceded by now. Out of sheer frustration.
Looks like that apothecary's magic sponge was on full charge.
I get 1 guy back.
Have been revived and are ready to play again.
Which is not great.
I'm tempted to go down there and help out myself.
You know, but it's not.
At least 3 players.
You know, like I said, it's. I really can't stop him from scoring anymore.
They've kicked the ball.
Not unless I get super lucky on dice rolls, which is not going to happen, let's be honest. But I can still score. I can still tie it up. You know, I try to stay positive during these situations, but when you're like, oh, okay, you know, he's getting super lucky, carrying a lot of guys, doesn't matter, I can still pick up the ball as long as I don't roll a 1. Nope, I roll a 1. Okay, well, that's right. I'm going to use the lightning here because I have that. Because this team is much stronger than mine. Nope, roll a 1. Like, that gets frustrating. I just do a single pass there to get 1 PP just to make it seem like I'm doing fucking something. Like, so I get another guy.
Boneheads are back. Well, at least the ones that can walk.
So, you know, it's the same situation, I think. You know, I still have a chance to score, tie up the game at least. You know, I'm sitting here thinking at this point, like, should I try to, you know, kind of play keep away for as long as I can, then score, so that way, you know, it goes into a tie game situation, draw. And I'm like, okay, well, let's try and go with that in mind and see what happens with the, you know, the kickoff event. You know, so I got my ward answers up, getting ready to, you know, like if I get a blitz, again, if I can flip forward, that sort of thing. And then I'm like, now I'm fucking screwed for sure. So now I'm gonna get my shit pushed in.
Unity is strength. Let's take a quick look at that. Yes,
so it's 5% to KO the ward answer when you go from 2 dice block to hit the 6, to break the armor, and then to be able to KO them like that, actually injure them. 5%. I mean, there's nothing I can do about that. Absolutely nothing. Okay. So now I'm really desperate. I'm like, okay. And I just go, hey, I'm just going to go for a pass. At this point, I've only got 5 people on the field. Again, I think I only have maybe, I mean, I don't even know. Okay, that's kick. There's a wrestle. 2 wrestle. And the rest are not leveled up linemen. So I'm like, okay, just pass it. Fail to go for it. I mean, that's another one. That's amazing. It is amazing. So, you know, and at this point, I'm like, okay, I'm just going to pass it, go for a lung bomb, be kind of desperate here. And I'm even joking to him as I type this. You know, I type to him, I'm like, you know, with the luck I've been having, get ready to catch this ball. Right? He needs a 6+.
The dwarf player has just
So,
picked up the ball.
at this point,
Their style. They
I mean,
must be up to something.
you can't help but feel like you're destined to lose this game. Like, there's, like, every opportunity I could have had just to pick up the ball or try and get the ball. You know, you roll a 1, or in this case, he rolls a 6. Like, what can I do? It's just becoming laughable at this point, and this is the problem with Blood Bowl, that the luck factor can swing so greatly like this. That is just annoying when this happens. And again, nothing against Caliberry. He was a really nice guy. But like I said, most of the time, at least when I play online, you know, coaches that are doing this to me play it off like skill. That they're getting this many casualties. And that's because they don't know the actual percentages. Well, I mean, obviously a lot of people do. But, you know, I'll ask them. I'm like, do you know what the percentage is to injure my guy like that? There's another niggling injury, so that's going to be a problem. I'm going to have to replace those guys. I mean, I don't have to worry about it for a little while, so that's what's kind of nice about that, at least. But, you know, here I go like, you know what? Now he's got it on the sure hands guy, so, you know, that's what I was kind of trying to do earlier. And he is like, well, why did you do that? I'm like, just to make it seem like I was actually doing something. Let me just go in there and push you and out just to show that I can. And, you know, instead of me just completely complaining the whole game and doing nothing, hey, let me just try and do that. But, you know, it's turn 10. We have 6 guys out. And remember, 2 guys came back. During turn 7, 1 guy came back. And then on the halftime, 1 guy came back. So, that's a lot of KOs. To say that you have a 9% chance to do, and then a 5% chance on the war dancer that's out. He's not throwing that many blocks to justify this. And we've all seen this. I mean, you know. And the reason why we see screenshots like on Reddit or on Blood Bowl forums of this is because we all acknowledge that it's bullshit. And that it's dumb fucking luck. You know? At least Caliberry was like, yeah, you're getting unlucky, sorry. Other people, you know, especially if you play Chaos, like if you play Chaos, because a lot of people are right now because they're just broken because of the Claw Palm situation. You know, they're like, oh, I'm super fucking skilled. No, you're not. It's getting lucky on dice rolls. You know, that's all it is. You know, and again, you get some skills to help you with that, you know, like, what is it, Mighty Blow over here? Yeah. You know, so at least when he was doing that, you know, it makes it a little bit better. Oh, here he goes for a pass, and I was like, what? Why did you do this? And he's like, oh, I wanted one guy, a certain guy to get experience. I'm like, okay, fair enough. But it kind of like opened up the door for me here as like, oh, well, maybe I still have a chance to fucking tie this up, you know? Nope. Failed the 2+ dodge, so, alright, let's re-roll it. Oh, sweet. Alright. Oh, going to fail the 2+ catch. So, I think, I mean, what, how is this not just fucking retarded at this point? Right? Because I failed the 2+ dodge, I couldn't re-roll the catch, which of course fails because I can't catch on a 2+. Like at every single point in this game where there were vital things for me to be able to get a touchdown, a score, you know, these 3 or 4 important rolls, you know, the lightning bolt, the first pickup, for the first dodge rather, you know, this, like if you fail those rolls, you just can't win. I mean, that's what Blood Bowl is. 3 or 4 important dice rolls. If you fail, you can't win. Or in this case, tie up the game or whatever. Like, it is stupid at this point. And of course, he gets the 30%. At least it's not KO'd. At least it's not injured. Because I probably would have just rage quit. I mean, again, he was being really nice, but it's still frustrating to sit there and say, okay, you know, it doesn't, there is no skill in rolling 2 dice to break armor, even if you have a 41% chance just for the single dice roll of looking at breaking armor. You're still not skilled doing that on digital dice, right? You have no control over that. So, I mean, like, when you play Chaos, people are like, yes, I'm so skilled, I wreck your face. You know. I mean, obviously, when they, in this, I'm talking about for, like, team value 1000 here. Obviously, if you build a claw pawn team, you are obviously putting skills on there to increase the chances of you breaking armor and make that really easy. So, obviously, I'm not talking about that, just figured I have to specify that because people are retarded. But you know, here, you know, I'm 10,050. You know, so if I played against a Chaos player now, and he was team value 1000, I'm team value 1000. Right? He doesn't have claw palm on any of his guys yet. Right? And if this happens, if he knocked out 6 guys, it would because he was skilled, you know. You're just like, no. No, it's not.
Ball is secure. Can the other team steal it away?
You know, and, you know, of course people are going to say, well, you know, it's because you're elves, it's easy. Well, that's true. But, I mean, even if I was armor 8, the difference is 11%. Fair enough, 11% is, I think it's 11%, 11 or 12%.
Remember,
Difference between armor 7 and armor 8 break. Yeah, it's not, it's only 10% roughly. I mean, it's not that big of a difference. I mean, obviously it matters. It's 10% is a lot out of, well, it's 10%, you know. But this is still ridiculous again because statistically, like I said, he would have had to throw like 40, 52 dice blocks within turn 5 to justify what he had gotten. I think at the time what there was only 4 there, so that would have been 40 blocks at turn 5, and then like right after that, the turn he did like 2 more, 2 more injuries. Like, you know, it's just frustrating, especially if you're playing with someone who doesn't understand the percentages. Because then they attribute it to skill, and then they're like rub it in, you know, kind of pour salt in the wound and just troll you. And now this gentleman wasn't doing that. You know, I was actually surprised because he was like one of the nicest guys I've ever played, even in real life. Which I don't know, either says a lot about him or just Blood Bowl in general. So you know, I'm still trying to play. Hey, 3+, I'm not going to complain about that. Not going to play. I know a lot of people would complain,
And the crowd starts laughing. You can't laugh. It was
but I'm not. Because I complain about the 2+. The repeated 2+ fail, like in this game. I mean, you'll never hear me complain that I failed to do a leap where I had to use my reroll for it, you know. I can tell you that with a reroll,
It'll air for the ball.
I'm at 80, well, like I think it's 89% chance to succeed on a 3+. I failed them before, no complaints. And that's because my luck is so bad that I complain about the 2+, or the injuries. And I hate how this fucking little versus tags stay up there, stay locked. Go away. You know. But, you know, I thought I'd say, like, okay, that one didn't have strip ball, so let me try and strip it away again. I had 2 more turns. It could have been possible that I could have beeline down the road, you know, and possibly tied it up still, you know. But, no, not gonna happen. There's another 2+ dodge that I failed.
It's a little stunned, doesn't it?
I mean, so you have to examine what's happened in this game. You know, after the lightning bolt, pretty much every single solitary dice move that I've used, you know, I can move all my free moves, and then I go to the very first dice move to try and do something. I rolled a 1. Blood Bowl is fun, but the luck bell curve seems to happen to me a lot for whatever reason. It's just frustrating, you know. You know, and a lot of people are going to say, well, you know, that's because you made the mistake of tying up his lineman at the beginning of the turn because of the blitz. Well, sure, you can say that. You know, certainly. Like, don't do that, though. Then he's going to get all of his guys next to the ball carrier, and he's going to blitz the war dancer that goes over there. So now the argument is not to try and take advantage of the blitz, which I think is stupid, but that's just my opinion. So, you know, and even then, like I said, he's at 9.7% chance to do that, I think, if I'm right. I mean, let me double check. I'll look it up while we're talking here.
Being outnumbered is never fun, Jim. But on the Blood Bowl,
you know, again, this is going for just linemen in general.
Despite being in the lead, this team now has to kick the ball to the losing squad.
they'll want to get it back.
2 dice block. Armor break. And then the KO my guys. Yeah, with a reroll it's 9.7%. Without, it's 7.8.
The ball is in the player's hands.
So, yeah.
Next.
So when you start hearing that, you're like, okay, well that's 1 in 10. Do we see this here? Let me go back for that. Let me point this out. It is turn 16. And I'm like, screw this. Nothing I can do this entire whole fucking game. Okay. So I'm just going to pass and get 1 SSP star player point And yep, it happens again.
But will it go anywhere?
I could be
Rolled a
scared,
1, couldn't catch the fucking
but
ball.
I'll let the viewers make up their own minds.
It's really dumb. And I don't know. I mean, you know, usually I get really unlucky and I have a lot of KOs. But at least I could pick up the ball. Or at least I could do a dodge or at least something on my turn. So, I don't know. Yeah, it's frustrating, but what can you do? Yeah, he got a fair amount of experience there, fair amount of injuries. Did it really good. Again, really nice guy. So, anyway, if I have an awesome game, a good game, I mean, I'll be more than happy to upload it. If I somehow get super lucky and I dominate, so it just seems like I'm just showing you the bad ones, you know. I mean, I could show you the game before this where I think we tie. You know, it's not like I'm doing super stellar by any means, you know. And you know, even when you do the, I think I will maybe upload that one. I think I do squeak out a win on one doing the standard screen kind of stuff. But yeah, anyway. So yeah, Blood Bowl, fun.
Did you know fan memorabilia has
Thanks
a
again
high
to
value?
Collie Bear.
Players have to be careful though. High prices are for
Hopefully I don't see you for a while,
more
since you're
zesty
already
players are
higher
not
value
bothered
than me.
about waiting for the time
But
to clear the
if I
bench
do,
before
sir,
harvest.
I will prepare to hand you my ass. Alright, until next time, I've been Warfield.